The digital signature project didn't fail during implementation. It failed in the kickoff meeting that barely happened. Not because no one showed up, but because no one with real authority did. And that difference matters more than any tool decision ever will. This was not a small project. This was about contracts, revenue recognition, legal enforceability, audit exposure. This system would decide when a deal is binding, when money becomes real, and who carries risk when something goes wrong. Everyone agreed that it mattered. So a kickoff meeting was scheduled. The invite goes out. Sales sends someone junior. Legal is represented, but not empowered. RevOps joins to observe. No executive sponsor attends the meeting. The meeting still happens. Everyone is polite. Everyone agrees in principle. No one in the room can actually commit on behalf of the company. Statements start filling the space. We just need signatures to move faster. Legal already approved the tool. This should be straightforward. As if choosing between DocuSign, Adobe Sign, Conga Sign, or PandaDoc was the real issue here. It never was, because the real questions surface almost immediately. Who are the users? Which processes are we using digital signatures for? Which forms or documents are being sent out for signature? Is the process automated or manually initiated, and by whom? Are documents signed in person, by email, or via SMS? Is there a defined signing order? Do documents have an expiration date? Do reminders go out if someone doesn't respond? How often do these reminders go out? Where does the final signed document live? Should something in Salesforce update or trigger an alert when a document is outstanding or when it's fully signed? Each question is reasonable. Each one matters. And every single one is met with the same response. Shrugged shoulders, polite silence, deer in the headlights looks. No one in the room knows. And more importantly, no one in the room has the authority to decide. And somewhere in the middle of all of this, a quiet realization forms. I'm being asked to make this work, but no one here can actually commit on behalf of the business. So the meeting drifts from decisions to assumptions, from ownership to configuration. The meeting ends with action items. Draft a proposed flow. Mock something up. We'll react once we see it. No one says this out loud, but responsibility has already moved downward into the system, into Salesforce, into the Salesforce admin. That's the moment that the project breaks. Not loudly, not dramatically, quietly. Surprise, surprise, weeks later, friction appears. Signatures loop. Deals stall. Legal pushes back after the fact. Sales escalates urgency. Now the story starts to harden. The tool is rigid. The automation is confusing. Adoption is the issue. This shouldn't be so hard. The problem is framed as technical, but nothing is actually broken. Here's the distinction that matters. Leadership says the problem is with the execution, but the system is doing exactly what it was designed to do. It's executing decisions that were never made. Sales wanted speed without trade-offs. Legal wanted protection without involvement. Leadership wanted progress without ownership. So ambiguity was pushed downward, and configuration became a substitute for governments. This project didn't fail because of technology. It failed because of an ownership vacuum. No one owned the outcome. No one defined the boundaries. No one carried authority equal to the risk. And when that happens, the system becomes the decision maker by default. Salesforce doesn't just automate. It reflects unresolved decisions, and the admin becomes the proxy leader. The admin is responsible, but not authorized. This is what responsibility without authority actually looks like. The kickoff meeting wasn't missed by accident. It was followed by design, because attending with authority would have required commitment, trade-offs, explicit ownership, and the organization wasn't ready to do that. So the system was asked to carry what leadership would not. Digital signature projects don't start with documents or with choosing an app. They start with power. Who can say no? Who defines risk? Who absorbs consequence? When those questions are unanswered, the system fills the gap, and no amount of configuration can resolve a leadership vacuum. Strategic operators learn to see this early, not by fixing faster, not by configuring cleaner, but by noticing who is missing from the room before the first requirement is written. Because once you see this pattern, you can't unsee it. And when a system is being asked to replace leadership, it will always fail quietly first.